Hi guys, welcome back. On this Sunday, Bitcoin has hit a new all-time high, and now we are in real danger because a lot of people think we will just keep going higher, but this is not what's going to happen. It will happen soon, but not as soon as you think, and I will show you exactly what this means. Don't miss out on that, and let's go, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in here on this Sunday. I try to sit here a little bit more angled so that you can see a little bit better my face and not just the side profile. Let me just get the chat up here. I think live chat. There we go. Okay, so I have to chat, guys. So let me go here into the charts. So here on the DXY, you can clearly see that we had here a nice downtrend on Friday, already established. I expect by Monday that this is going to continue without any big issue here. Why is this not properly working? Let me just refresh that quick. I just want to make sure that the stream is properly working here. Why is that not working? That should be working. Is it not working? What's going on here? Yeah, I'm streaming already. So, guys, let me know in the chat. Do you see me? Do you see me streaming? Let me know in the chat. Do you actually see me? See my screen? I need to know. I need to know. So let's see. Let's see. Because here definitely something is going on. So here everything is fine. Come on, guys. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. I also gonna check here. So here I'm live. No, it's working. It's working. So it's a YouTube issue because on Twitter it's definitely working. I just checked. So then we can go on. Well, no, but not on YouTube. That is an issue. By the way, 47 people are watching on YouTube. View. So now I want to see it. Twitter. Oh no, it's working. It's working. Yeah. Stupid software. I don't know what the problem is with the software, but on YouTube directly in the backend, I could not see that you are actually seeing me. So, but everything is fine. So I keep rolling. I keep rolling. So here, DXY continuation Monday. Now, why do I believe that this Bitcoin run is overall not already done? Really, really simple. You only need to go to CoinGlass and look at 30 indicators. Here, 30 different indicators that are telling you that the cycle high has not been in yet. So we are here almost 62% in right now to the all-time high on the P cycle indicator, the top indicator. But what usually happens is that we go a little bit above that. Not below that, usually a little bit above that. So here the P cycle indicator is suggesting a cycle top of around $198,000, actually $999,000. I believe that we are going to go slightly over 200,000. And then as all other major top indicators have not fired here yet. So, and that is just for you guys a really good indication here when you look at this, that we are not done yet with this cycle overall. So now when we're looking at the Bitcoin chart, so here, what did I mention the other day? I said here, watch this previous all-time high. We're going to get there, but most likely we're just going to wick above this and come straight back down. So what is happening? Exactly this. So we came up here, turned straight away around again because we were overextended. I had warned you about this, that we were overextended. We could go briefly over this all-time high here. I think I said yesterday that it could happen today. I have to look and check again, but I think I said this yesterday. So, but on the other hand, here our W pattern almost played completely out. So we were here short just of, I don't know, not a lot. We were short here of like $150. Honestly, if I would have seen price ramping up here to the upside, going over 125,500 and 125,900 approximately was the target here, I would have just closed the position, you know, if I would have just traded that W pattern. So, but we are greedy people. I know that many of you were expecting that we just keep going higher here. So, which is of course not the case. I knew that this all-time high here will make us problems on the way in direction of $130,000. Also because $125,000 is a round number and a psychological resistance for people. The next indication that I was not expecting that we go much higher was the Bollinger Bands. Again, the upper Bollinger Band. Here you see it now. Once again, we were briefly out of the Bollinger Band. Here now my drawing tool is not working on that chart. Briefly out of here with that candle, then came back into it. Now it's time to go down a little bit. On the daily chart here, also here, this downward sloping resistance line that came from the prior all-time high acted as expected as resistance. I don't think that we will see tomorrow a daily candle going above that and straight pumping to $130,000. Rather, some consolidation below that with a move into the golden ratio. I have pointed out yesterday why the golden ratio is so important here. For multiple reasons, I'm going to show that now again. To hammer that into your skulls, that you don't forget that, why that zone is so important. Yeah, so and that's basically my next target zone from where I want to open a new long position on Bitcoin. So that said, that doesn't mean that altcoins will not perform in that time. So there could be, again, a rotation where people now take profit on Bitcoin and start rotating that into Ethereum, into ASTER, into Solana, and many, many other major plays here. So I would be definitely on the lookout for that. Now, when we're going into the 30 minutes chart, so first of all, if you took yesterday that scalp trade, congratulations. Like I said, for me personally, I was too much of a chicken to take that trade here. I have no problem admitting that because it was also just a scalp, and I did not want to trade yesterday with like 50, 70x leverage to make your money. So for me personally, I was not feeling it. And then it's better that you just sit on your hands, you know. Preservation of capital is as good as a winning trade, you know, because I did not lose, I did not make money. And not losing money is sometimes better than trying to make money and actually lose money in the process. So that's why I'm not really mad that I missed here this small trade. So however, you could have right now re-entered this here, because I believe that we will get here a lower high here close to $124,400, and then we properly turn around and go below $120,000. So because that is always what market makers like to do when they draw a chart. You know, they give you a new all-time high, they push price back up and give you the impression when it goes here over that high here, over that candle, the impression, oh, this goes now and makes a new all-time high, and then actually just before that they turn it around and then they send it completely to the downside. So here on the indicators, you would also believe we go now up first for at least 2-3 hours. But again, I'm not trusting this right now. You know, it's a Sunday, the CME gap, so the CME closed around $125,000. I believe that we're going to have a small CME gap, even if it's just $1,000 from 124 to 125. And that will then, yeah, most likely tomorrow, after tomorrow, will be closed. So, but if you want to trade this here back to the top side of $124,500, you can definitely do that. Just be aware that is most likely just 1%. Yeah, not even that. 0.8%. So again, 50x or 100x, somewhere in that range is what you need to use to make here really good money. You know, so unless you want to trade with like $100,000 and use like 10x leverage, so you make 8%, $8,000, you know, on $100,000. So you have to choose. Either you use a lot of money to make money with a little bit of leverage, or you use a small amount and leverage like crazy, you know, or you don't trade this at all. These are the options. But if you want to trade this, guys, go to BloFin, use the link in the description. You get $5,000 in sign-up and welcome bonuses there, plus also VIP benefits. It's non-KYC, so if you're in a country where you cannot use Bybit, for example, right now here in Thailand, Bybit is not working anymore. I can still use Bybit, but yesterday a waiter in a restaurant, he cannot use the Bybit app anymore because he's Thai. So there is something going on here in Thailand. I did not speak to Bybit yet, but they have to figure it out. But BloFin is working without any problems. So just as an example. Then the MDX Algo Scalp Gradients, they printed here another take profit signal after we had down here one. So, and remember what I said. I said if we get here another dot plot somewhere and we have that bearish divergence, that is usually the beginning of the end, you know, where we then turn around and come down. So, and here again, the next major level of support is here between $115,800 to $117,790. That is where the next major support area is here in that block here. So, and why is that exactly that block? Really simple, because we have here over leveraged liquidity on the long side all the way down to $117,800. So, and this is the trajectory that I believe that we are following here to the downside currently. There is a really small possibility that market makers and liquidity providers will play games with us, and they will not send it all the way down here, and they will make a bounce from here, from $119,800 approximately. So just below $120,000. So something that you should keep in mind. I have personally already set limit orders in these areas here, all the way down. And on every limit order is like 10% of the money that I want to use. So it does not matter for me how much they're going to drive it down, because I know once this is coming down, my limit orders will get hit. So when I see that they are turning it around, for example, prematurely here, or maybe already here, so then I keep laddering in on the way up until we are above $121,500. And that's where I stop and let it run in direction of $130,000, $140,000. So that's my plan here for the next coming days, because this is definitely coming down here now. So, and you can also see that when I go here to the 3-day chart. See here, we took already some over-leveraged long liquidity out of the market, but below us is so much liquidity still stacked. There's almost nothing above us, so the direction is definitely now to the downside. So there's, there's no doubt in my mind. You know, look at this here, all the way down to roughly, what is that here, $117,200. So this whole cluster could be taken out in that next move to the downside. So yeah, be just prepared for that. And it will happen most likely also really, really quickly. So I just want to go back here to the Bitcoin chart. It could happen in one or two single 1 hourly or 4 hourly candles that you see here, just two candles going down like this. And then down here starts forming a small bottom, goes up a little bit, flag, and then continuation to the upside. So, but that move to the downside can happen really, really, really fast. So you have to have limit orders. Otherwise, you will most likely miss that trade if you don't set limit orders on the way down. So, and another reason why I believe that we are coming down here to around $170,000 is that we are so far away from the 50 moving average on the 4 hourly chart. We are so far away after that golden cross. So, and also here, the same with the EMA ribbon. We usually come back to test the 50 moving average and then continue to go higher. And this is, yeah, the easiest playbook that you can always follow, you know, because you can see it here. Golden cross, price started to move away, and then look how quick price came down to test the 50 and then actually broke below the 50. So this, I don't believe that we are going to break below the 50. Yeah, but you see what I mean, you know. So better example would be actually over here with that golden cross here, and then how fast we moved away, and then here that chop above the 50 moving average. So something like this will be most likely unfolding here once again. So Bitcoin dominance, yeah, starts to climb a little bit higher. Nothing has really changed there. So I will not talk too much about this, because I talk every single day about the 60% mark that I'm looking out for. So if you want to trade altcoins, guys, and you can actually use Bybit, then use Bybit. You get up to $30,000 there in sign-up bonuses. And what is that? forgot the word now. Deposit bonuses, yeah. Welcome and deposit bonuses. So that's what it is. Forgot deposit bonuses, the word. Yeah. So, and of course the Bybit card, which I forgot again downstairs to show it to you guys. So yeah, make use of that and go to Bybit. The link is in the description for that. Now the total free market cap still at 1.15 trillion dollars here right now. We almost made here also a new all-time high today. We got really close, but failed. But I believe here at some point next week, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe even Thursday, we will be above $1.2 trillion. So, and that will definitely reflect, for example, also in Ethereum. Ethereum moved up here into that resistance of $4,620 today, got rejected from there, and is now ranging between 4,453 and that $4,600 mark. So, and that is for us actually really, really good. If Ethereum is able to hold this here, but I actually don't think that it's going to hold here for a long time. So, but if it would keep holding here in that area, it would be tremendously bullish for Ethereum. I still believe that we will come down here and hit that box down here at 4,380 to 4,280. That we will come down there, create a small deviation, then come back up, and then you get continuation to the upside. And that would be also then a higher low. So here you have a low, then here higher low, continuation to the upside. So also from a market structure perspective, it wouldn't make a lot of sense that we are seeing something like this here unfolding, and especially with the stochastic about to print here a sell signal. Even though you could technically ignore this because the RSI still has so much more room to go to the upside. The same with the MACD, price action is bullish. We're above the point of control on the BPVR. So again, it could be that we just range here for a while and not hit that box. And also here in that current range, every time when we get close here to $4,460-$50 is when I add a little bit to a new Ethereum long. So, and then of course, if we are breaking down here and create a deviation, that is where I come with the big guns and the big triggers. On the Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, also here, nothing has really changed. We are about, or tried at least, to break out of here from the downward sloping resistance, but failed so far. So, and that tells me that here also we need a little bit more consolidation, potentially another, 6 days, approximately 6 to 9 days is what I would reckon. Before we get here proper breakout in direction of $5,000 and retest that level. Solana, despite that Bitcoin is pulling back, holding up quite well here. We were at $237 actually today here on the 12-hourly chart already. So if you're still in that trade, guys, remember what I said around the current price level, you should take some profit off or raise your stop losses. You know, raise your stop losses to secure some profit. Because when Bitcoin properly turns around and goes below $120,000, it can go really quickly that Solana also will stop you out here. And then you want to have that money back to re-enter at a more favorable level. But also here currently, everything looks like that we potentially go first into the target here of $247 because the RSI is pointing to the upside. The stochastic is about to print a buy signal in 25 minutes. And the MACD could also just simply turn around here. So we basically just need to close that 12-hourly candle above $231 to get that potential push here into $248 here to the upside. Also here on the bump and run pattern, you see a $236.46 is a big resistance area. Once we're above that, we should fly to $250, maybe even all the way up to $270 with a wick, of course. You know, I don't expect that we get here a crazy green bullish engulfing candle that will close above that level. It will be most likely a wick that will get closer to that level or just touch it briefly and then immediately goes back to the downside. Then Hyperliquid was looking so good today, so good. I was actually a little bit jealous that I missed that trade because I told you guys yesterday that you could take the trade when we get here above that neckline of that ascending triangle here at $48.81, and it basically left without me, you know. So I saw this morning here at around $49 yeah, it was almost $50 when I saw that. Then the next 4-hourly candle pushed it over $50, and then I was okay, now it's too late. We'll go break here the golden ratio and just keep going to the upside, and then it retraces everything, so which is crazy. So, and now, me personally, I don't want to enter this. You know, the next 4-hourly candle could just keep pushing down here, and then you get a way better entry. You know, so that's why I'm currently waiting for the next 4-hourly candle to see what's happening there. Maybe even the candle after that, you know, so that would be a decision-making candle for me. But to have here a bearish engulfing like that is not giving me confidence to try to enter this here right now. So you should neither. Then Link is finally above that downward sloping resistance line, that multi-month resistance line that's here going on since end of August, yeah, mid-end of August. Here, you have to make a decision. You can technically enter this right now, or if you want to play it really, really safe, you wait for a break of $22.84. So, because once we're breaking this here, we're going to fly really quickly to $24 and $25. So, and that would be like a 10% move that we most likely see in one single day to the upside. So, but it's up to you how you want to trade this. You know me already quite well. I like to take risks. So, if I would be now in, would have the possibility to deploy more capital because I deployed already everything. If I would have more capital available, I would enter right now in that Link position. But this is me, guys. This is me. Don't forget that, you know, so that is what I would do. I'm not saying you should do now the same, you know, so it depends on your risk appetite. I'm a really, really risky trader. And just don't want to miss like a breakout if that happens overnight, you know. So that's why I rather take the trade now, let this run a little bit into minus if I have to, and then when I wake up, most of the time I'm actually already up on my position, you know. So, but yeah, you do what you do want to do, because I'm here in such a strange time zone where the market most likely most of the time is moving while I'm sleeping. I have to enter trades before I go to bed most of the time. So, and then I mostly I wake up and profit, but it also happens that I hold a position 2-3 days that's actually negative. Yeah, so anyway, you have to make up your mind how you want to play this. Like I said, safe level, $22.85 with a 1-hourly candle close, 30-minute or 1-hourly candle close above that level. You can enter this, and then it should start to fly. And here the major resistance will only come in at $28.70. So here the MACD is about to print a buy signal, stochastic RSI going to the upside. And here that the RSI is pointing down is just because we hit this resistance and start to go here a little bit sideways. Then ASTER, oh wow. Wow, I got almost liquidated on one of my ASTER positions. That was pure luck that I did not get liquidated. Crazy. So, yeah, crazy. Yeah, so here ASTER was forming here that falling wedge. That does not look like a real falling wedge anymore right now. So this could have, maybe they started distributing the airdrop. That could be one of the reasons. Maybe they start distributing the airdrop, people start to take profit on that, and that's why it's moving here like this to the downside. So, but this is crazy. I think I need to send a little bit more money to the exchange to prevent liquidation. Yeah, I got super lucky here that I did not get liquidated. Insane. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna send a little bit of money to prevent liquidation, because that, yeah, crazy shit. So you have to excuse me for a second, because like I said, I need now to transfer a little bit of money. So here on ASTER, if we can close above $1.86 before that 4-hourly candle is closing, we should get a reversal, because we are already on the bottom here on a stochastic RSI. On the 4-hourly chart, but you look the RSI, this looks really bad. So that there could be continuation candle coming to the downside, putting in a higher low compared to this one here, maybe at around $1.66 or something like that, and then it keeps going flying to the upside. So, and exactly for that reason that this might be happening, I need to be prepared for that and send a little bit money to the other exchange to make sure that I will be fine. So I need USDT. So sorry guys, this is important. Cannot lose that position. I need that money. Wait, do I have that? Not here already. Wait, maybe I have that address. No, I don't have that address. Okay. So, down. Okay. Tron. Sorry, guys, but yeah, necessary things, you know, that I sometimes need to do here. So is this correct? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, just a second, and I'm done here. Yeah, this was insane. Definitely need to watch that. Let me know. Are you currently in an ASTER trade, or were you able to farm that? Did you got already some distribution from the ASTER airdrop? Let me know. I'm curious because I did not check on Twitter right now, obviously because I'm streaming. If there's something happened already or not. So I'm curious if you guys saw something. So okay, now I'm back. Money is sent. Now I wait that it gets credited, and then I'm gonna take care of that. Wow, insane. Yeah, so overall, I'm still bullish here on ASTER, and I believe once today everybody has sold, you're gonna see here a giga pump again to the upside. Next coin, so maybe that has something to do with that. Let's see here. Let's see, maybe, no, that's crazy. BNB did not really drop. Yeah, there must be airdrop distribution happening on ASTER because BNB did not really pull back a lot and looks still bullish here on the 4-hourly time frame. We are just consolidating a sideways with a rounding bottom shape that will, in my opinion, lead to another breakout to the upside. So I hope a lot of you guys were able overall to take that trade here from the golden ratio. So if you missed that, then you have here again 2 opportunities how you can still enter that and take another 20% to the upside. So either here the downward sloping trend line at $1,190, or if we come down and test here $1,140. So from these 2 levels, I would try to long that to the upside. Then the next one is SUI. So SUI is here also above the downward sloping trend line and was earlier above that horizontal line at $3.64. Again, up to you guys how you want to play that. If you want to be a little bit more on the risky side, you can enter this right now, or you wait for a reclaim of $3.64 and enter there, because then you know you get the continuation move here in direction of $4 and even past that to $4.23, and from $3.64 to $4.24 roughly is a 16.4% move to the upside. So let me have a look here quick in the chat. I will be still here like for 1 or 2 minutes because we lost a little bit of time in the beginning. So let me see here. Yeah, that looks like we're gonna reclaim this $1.86. Yeah, that looks like reclaim here before we are getting the next 4-hourly candle. So now I know I saw the comment earlier with Tezos. Yeah, I saw Tezos is flying today. I don't know why Tezos is flying today, but also Aptos is doing really well today. No idea where this is coming from. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I knew it was higher earlier, but not that high. So let's see here. Saturday. No, I want Sunday candle opening. How much did we move today here? 13% overall. Wow. But also here you see complete retracement. So if we can hold 73 cents, I would honestly potentially long that from here, because that is such a key area that we are reclaiming here and retesting right now. If that is holding, I would enter from there, because you could literally get tomorrow another leg to the upside, taking out here 78 cents, maybe even 80 cents. Tezos can get really, really wild in a roaring bull market. In the last bull market, crazy days with candles. I remember a day where Tezos moved like 150% in a single day. Even like within 2 hours or something. I remember I set a trade for it, and I went to the toilet. When I came back, the trade happened already. And I made like, I don't know, I almost doubled my money without leverage. It was crazy. So here, like I said, if we hold 73 cents, with that 4-hourly close, I would enter from there and trade this here into 81 cents. There's like a 10% move. 11.6%. So then Aptos is a real beast in the last coming days. Look here on that move to the upside. So that happened within 4 days or something. Yeah, here, 4 or 5 days, 6 days. Okay, 6 days from $4.24 to go here to $5.65. So also here the indicators telling me Aptos is ready to go way higher. Of course, we could see here a small short-lived pullback, but I actually don't think now in the next coming days, 2-3 days, that we would be able to hit here that green box. Doesn't look like it, that we will hit here this green box. It could be a little bit more shallow, and then we just keep going first a little bit higher before we come down. Guys, I have to go. I'm streaming here now over 30 minutes again. And if you are not seeing that, I'm dying here. Look how sweaty I am. You know, so because I don't have here proper AC, I'm always dying when I do a stream. So that's why I always cut it off now around 30 minutes. But tomorrow will be better. I go now and buy a better fan. And then I can also stream a little bit longer than I used to do right now. But thank you so much for tuning in here. Doesn't matter if you watch on YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter. Thank you so much for that. And don't forget, guys, smash off the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you then again tomorrow.